Several passengers injured in a bus crash over the weekend on I-90 near Vivian are recovering today, realizing how lucky they were to survive. Saturday afternoon during the storm, the driver of the motor coach hit slush and ice and ended up going into the ditch where the bus rolled on its side. More than a dozen people were injured and would put medical staff at the nearest hospital to the test. The halls of Avera St. Mary's Hospital in Pierre were quiet Saturday afternoon, but by 5 o'clock, that had changed. Ambulances arrived one after another, dropping off the injured. Joshua Scheer, who lives in Idaho, was coming back to visit family. He was sitting in the second row near the front of the bus and saw the crash unfold as the wheels got sucked into slush on the shoulder.
I had my seatbelt on. I was against the passenger side window, and when it slid and then rolled onto the passenger side and then slid quite a bit on the ground. And yeah, so I stayed in my seat and all that, but the lady across from me, she didn't have her seatbelt on, fell on me, and that's why my arm is broken. So.
The emergency room at Avera St. Mary's in Pierre was alerted and initiated what's called a mass casualty protocol,
which is a protocol we have in place here at the hospital. Every hospital has this, but we practice this, and it brings in every available nurse, doctor, every staff we can get.
This photo from the Highway Patrol shows what the weather was like in that area, so there would be no transporting patients to Sioux Falls or Rapid City right away. The medical staff at St. Mary's knew that they had to handle whatever came their way.
So we have 12 rooms down there, and each room had a designated care team ready for each of those patients to arrive. And we do got to give a hats off to our law enforcement and our first responders that have responded so quickly, and especially in these times of situations in weather.
Shearer was in pain. His arm was broken and his chest bruised from the impact.
So there were 3 of us patients in the ambulance because they crammed us in there because there was a lot of people that needed help. So I was one of the first ones off because I could walk, and coming into the emergency room and seeing all those people ready and waiting to help, that was pretty amazing. So.
Scherer is being transported to Sioux Falls for surgery on his arm. Only one other person remains hospitalized. The rest have been treated and released.